Want to continue this discussion now with Marta Segura, who works as the first ever Chief Heat Officer for Los Angeles, a new position in the city's Climate Emergency Office. She also serves as the Director of Climate Emergency Mobilization. Marta, thanks for joining us on this. Appreciate it. Listen, you guys have had some pretty high temperatures as well, right? Just speaking to my colleague on the ground there in Miami, but California has been dealing with it. LA specifically been dealing with it. What are you advising folks right now in how to stay safe during this heat wave that's expected to continue into the next week?
Yeah, well, I'm working with the Mayor's Office of Public Safety and the Emergency Management Department, and all of us have released press releases. We're speaking to the media. We have a heat relief campaign, so we're posting it on social media. And this mass media campaign helps us get this information out to the public to go to the nearest cooling centers. They can call 311 in our city, in the county, to find cooling centers, which are libraries, rec and park facilities, senior centers that all offer cooling during the weekend. And many of them are open also on Sunday and Monday. And in addition to it being hotter, there is a fivefold increase in the frequency of heat waves in Los Angeles and in many cities. And we're expecting another 31% increase by 2050. And in areas of higher vulnerability, that is where we have low-income neighborhoods without air conditioning, higher levels of pollution, more chronic illness, there's at least a 1,200 daily excess of emergency room visits. So this is also a public health and a public safety issue. So we want people to plan in advance, prepare in advance, take care of their loved ones, especially elders and children, and have them recognize it's not your grandmother's summer. It is a very different summer, and it's a heat season from June through November with at least 3 or 4 heat waves, if not more. And it doesn't cool down at night. So that's why people's bodies need to recover in air-conditioned areas under the shade with lots of hydration. And if you drink alcohol or caffeine, overcompensate by drinking extra water. But the best thing is to try to avoid that, especially if you're working outdoors.
So I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because there is a major equity component in all of this when you're looking at folks that work outside and then people that don't have air conditioning, cooling systems in their home, right? Manual labor. There are a lot of folks that perform manual labor throughout the city of Los Angeles having to work outside in these types of conditions. What is the city doing to mobilize an effort in helping those individuals?
With our Heat Relief for LA campaign, we are informing employers, we're informing workers, we're asking them to start the jobs earlier when it's not as hot, change the schedules, provide hydration stations, provide them more breaks, make sure there's access to shade, because people cannot work as long and hard during a heat wave or during a hot day, and we need to protect those workers or else the companies are liable for their health and safety. So we urge companies to take extra precaution in protecting their workers, particularly outdoor workers, but indoor workers are also at risk if they're working in a warehouse without a lot of air conditioning. We definitely encourage folks to drink water, not soda or caffeine, like I said earlier, because those dehydrate your body. So we want to make sure that people are informed, employers are informed. But in California, we have a Cal OSHA, that's the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. So they have rules and regulations that the city can help convey and communicate to these employers, but they are the enforcement arm for employers, not the city of LA.
So you're only one of 3 of you, right? Chief heat officers.
That's right.
You have peers in Miami, Phoenix as well. I think when this position was created, there was a hope that more cities would catch on. They really haven't. Tell me why, especially with what we're dealing with when it comes to climate change, it is so incredibly important to have chief heat officers in major cities like Los Angeles and in areas across the country.
Yes, I think what's really important is this unsiloing, coordination, collaboration between public health and public safety and really public works departments in the city and in the municipality, because it's a component of emergency response and public health that climate officers don't normally deal with. So this role crosses over to ensure that people in the lowest income communities that are most vulnerable have better communications, because we hear every year that not enough people hear about our cooling centers, about our resources. So this is also a role of communications and conveying and engaging with community as our partners to ensure more people get this really critical life-saving information on not just how to protect themselves and their communities, but the resources that the municipality is offering. So there's a lot of different roles that a chief heat officer does in siloing the city and collaborating with other departments to make sure that this information gets out there.
Chief Heat Officer for the City of Los Angeles, Marta Segura, thank you so much.